Hello everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to ChasingCinema.com's official YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jacob Tiranno, and today I'm going to be recapping week 30 of 52 of my 365-day movie challenge. That's right, 30 weeks. That's right, another week has passed. 30 weeks I've sat here and recapped 7 movies for my 365-day challenge where I watch a brand new film every single day. Well, without hesitation, since you guys probably already know the drill, let's hop right into it. Day 204 365-day challenge, I watched the new film starring Emma Roberts and Dave Franco called Nerve. Now, me and Mr. Shu sat down and we actually gave a pretty great in-depth review of this film. Make sure to click that white eye right up here. A bunch of links will drop down. Click on it and you could really see how I felt, but I'll give you a quick breakdown. I thought Nerve was okay. I don't think it was as bad as people expected it to be, or some critics are panning it. I think there is some potential there. There's some really great thrilling moments in the kind of beginning sequence, but the movie kind of goes in a very weird place. And to be honest, I don't think this movie is very pro-millennials. If you want to find out what I'm talking about, make sure to click that white eye and see what else I have to say about Nerve. Day 205, I watched the new film Jason Bourne, which I can maybe have you guess where my review is going to be. That's right there. Click that white eye, a bunch of links drop down. Watch our review for Jason Bourne. But I'll say, Jason Bourne was a solid summer action flick. A really great sequence here in Las Vegas. I think Matt Damon feels really at home returning as Jason Bourne. I think the story is somewhat simple. You don't even really need to see all the Bournes to kind of really understand what's going on, because I've never seen Bourne 2 or 3 or Legacy. And I was able to follow the movie pretty well. So, on that terms, it's all applause for that movie, for Paul Greengrass. But, since Jason Bourne, spoiler alert I guess, not for the new film, but up until 3, has figured out what he wanted to figure out in that series. So this does kind of feel like a tack on, but a good tack on at that. Day 206 of the 365-day movie challenge, I watched quite an upsetting documentary called Tricked, the documentary, which is one of those films that are really hard to critique because they talk about something that's really important and really relevant. It's an inside look into what Obama has called modern slavery, and that's the sex trafficking and prostitution ring, an epidemic that is going on in our country right now. And this movie is meant to spread awareness, and it does just that. But as a film, if I was like Tricked as a documentary and I'm a judge at a film contest, I don't think it's a particularly great movie. Tricked the documentary feels like it misses a lot of potential and never reaches the higher level of becoming a really great documentary, just more of a longer PSA. Again, which is fine because it does spread awareness, it will teach some people about things, but it doesn't make that, it doesn't break those constraints to become a really fascinating film that even goes deeper. Now, this film is about an awful truth that is both sad and frustrating, but that doesn't mean this film has that same effect. Sure, you know, the idea of sex trafficking and the horrible things that happen in this really awful thing it's going on is really upsetting. But that's already predetermined as a viewer. It's not the movie making me feel those things. So you have to kind of look at it in that sense. But it isn't a bad film. It's informative and it's quite eye-opening for those who are really misinformed about the subject of the sex trafficking ring and prostitution, especially those who live here in Las Vegas. I mean, it's quite eye-opening for a lot of people who just think a particular way about it. And Trick the Documentary is a movie with a purpose and a film that wants to make a difference, and there's no shame in that. It's obvious that these filmmakers wanted to shine a light on this topic because it's more important to them than making a great film. Day 207 of the 365-day movie challenge, I watched Woody Allen's new film, Cafe Society. Now, I'm going to warn you, I know last week I didn't say there was going to be a theme week this week, and there really wasn't, but from this day on, which was the fourth day in the challenge, for the rest of the week, I just watched Woody Allen movies, the ones that I've missed. And I want to continue to do so because there are still a few that I've not seen. So I'm just giving you a heads up. That is where this week is going. So if you're not a Woody Allen fan and you don't care about Woody Allen, you might want to skip ahead a little bit. So Cafe Society is another lighthearted, witty comedy from the master Woody Allen. It's a film that I enjoyed but didn't love, which definitely happens from time to time watching Woody Allen. Cafe Society is set in Hollywood during the mostly Hollywood, some New York, in the 1930s, and it cleverly discusses the glitz and glams of the Hollywood life, the Hollywood stars and the movies. And if you've watched Woody Allen films, you know that when he takes either it be authors or poets or, whomever it may be, magicians, whoever it may be, he does a really nice way of kind of bringing them to life and creating that little, that really wonderful timepiece. But Cafe and Society in that sense is beautiful and lovely on the eye, but the story leaves you kind of wanting a lot more. Cafe Society, I would say, does lack a strong performance from Jesse Eisenberg, who takes on the Woody Allen character, as people have called main characters in Woody Allen films. The neurotic, fast-talking, anxious, nervous character, and it seems like he's actually doing an impression of Woody Allen. A lot of actors have taken on this role and done a great job. Larry David comes to mind in most recent times. But Jesse Eisenberg feels like he's doing an impression of Woody Allen on camera, and to me, that's the worst way to go about it. However, it does boast solid performances from Kristen Stewart, who is actually really good in this movie, and Steve Carell. You have those two, and Woody Allen's charm and wit. You got a solid film from the Annie Hall director. Can't complain there. But I do doubt it'll stand the test of time. Day 208, I watched The Curse of the Jade Scorpion, another film that falls in the mid-level category of Woody Allen pictures. I think it's quite a good movie, and I think it succeeds because of Woody Allen and Helen Hunt's chemistry. This is a movie that has to do with Woody Allen, who plays a detective, a really, really kind of stern, mean female boss, and then batting heads. And then, of course, there's this vintage detective story that's filled with silliness, which clashes with the charm of Woody Allen, and that is what Curse of the Jade Scorpion is. But I will say it's a movie that's probably made me realize that I may never hate or really dislike a Woody Allen film. There are some that I don't prefer, but I cannot think of a Woody Allen film that I felt has wasted my time or I would never rewatch. And that's quite crazy. I think some people call that what did someone say online? That's a Woody Allen apologizer. And I don't feel that way because I feel all this content is good. Of course not as good as it always has been, but I've never seen a Woody Allen movie that I hated. At least that's not coming to mind at the moment. Day 209 of the 365-day challenge, I watched the 2000 film Small Time Crooks. And Small Time Crooks is full of good fun and big laughs. You have Woody Allen with some of these really, really great actors. You have Tracy Ullman, you have John Lovitz, you have Michael Rappaport, and it really works. Seeing all these characters interact is a lot of fun. I'm surprised I had not seen this film because it's a lot of fun. It does lack heart, it does lack that wonderful Woody Allen heart, and it does lack that heart and those wonderful, touching moments that tend to come in a Woody Allen film, but it is filled with interesting and well-rounded characters. And those characters really come alive by the wonderful performances, like I said, especially from Tracy Ullman. Woody Allen is great in the movie. John Lovitz, Michael Rappaport, they're all quite good in this movie. And like a lot of Woody Allen's movies, they feel very collected. It has this vintage tone that he captures so perfectly. The movie's set, I think, in the 1939, 1940. No, that's Curse the Jade Scorpion. This movie's actually set in kind of a modern time, but it does capture that vintage tone of characters interacting. It kind of has this slapstick feel. You could definitely feel the influence of the Marx Brothers, but it's just so smart and funny. I really, really enjoyed this movie. And then day 210 of the 365-day movie challenge, and finalizing week 30, I watched Irrational Man, the 2015 film starring Joaquin Phoenix and Emma Stone. Now, Irrational Man did not do well with critics and general audiences, and I don't know why. Because Irrational Man is a solid, dark comedy in which Woody Allen cleverly focuses on morality. I think Irrational Man offers really good performances from Joaquin Phoenix and Emma Stone, who both share fascinating chemistry. It's smart, it's funny, it's well crafted. The main character Joaquin Phoenix plays, Abe, is such a fascinating main character, and seeing his actions unfold is really, really exciting. I don't get the hate. I think people are just starting to shrug off Woody, and that's not particularly fair because I thought there was a lot of good in this movie. I thought there was a lot of really great things about this picture. I was really surprised people didn't like it, and it's taken me this long to see it. Irrational Man is simply nothing short of a great addition into Woody Allen's crime movies. I really enjoyed it and would probably recommend that movie out of the Woody Allen films that I've seen this week. That means, do I pick it over Trick the Documentary, Jason Bourne, and Nerve? Probably. My favorite of the week was Irrational Man 2015. Please hold the groans, hold the groans. But trust me, guys, it's a really, really solid movie. I enjoyed it. Next week, week 31, I'll be back here doing the same thing, recapping 7 new films. Make sure to tune in. If you missed last week, week 29, make sure to click that white eye. You'll find our review for Jason Bourne, Nerve, my week 31 recap, and a few other fun things. Also, if you have any suggestions for my 365-day movie challenge, movies to watch, arguments about what I just said, hate towards Woody Allen, sure, let me know in the comment sections below. I'll be glad to have that conversation with you guys. That's my favorite part about doing this. If you enjoyed this video, slap a like on it. And if you never want to miss any video that we make sure to hit that subscribe button. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jacob Tiranno, and please continue chasing cinema.